Hello. Uh, so the pandemic is a time which isolates a lot of us. It calls for measures such as a lockdown. We end up wearing masks. We often end up cooped up in a room, and very many people end up working from home as well. And all of these circumstances do call for a degree of getting out of uh, positions, situations that you may be locked in. It also affects your mind in various ways. Being able to step out, go for a walk is a great option that you can exercise. Yet, if you'd like to try something else, and I hope you do, this is a yoga video for the pandemic. So with no further introduction, let's start. Deep breath in. Raise your arms overhead and extend into mountain. Exhale and swan dive back down. See if you can place your palms on the floor. Stretch out your lower back. You can try some gentle twists here, just to limber up. Get the blood circulating across your body. Half forward, fold up, back down, and walk your palms out into plank position. Easy breaths here. Into downward facing dog. Center your left leg and raise your right up. Breathe into this position. Change legs. Tuck your knee in and bring your left foot forward. From here, we will rise up into a forward lunge. From here, you can come into warrior 2. Bend forward. Rest your left elbow on your thigh and circle your arm up. There's a nice simple twist for your spine. If you'd like a more advanced variation, you can rest your palm on the inside of your leg on the floor and look up. From here, extend your front leg and you can rest your palm on your foot for triangle. If you can't look up, that's fine. You can look to the side. Bring your right palm to the floor and twist to the other side. Both palms down and step back into downward facing dog. Now let's repeat that on the other side. Raise your right leg up and lunge forward. Planting your back foot into warrior two. Deep, easy breaths. And leaning forward, resting your elbow on your leg, raising the other arm up. You can try the harder variation if you like. Twisting your spine and looking up from the other side. You can bring your back foot a little closer if it makes triangle easier. Coming back down to downward facing dog. And walking your palms back to your feet. Half forward fold. Stretch your back. You can try small movements with your spine here. It helps you limber up. And when you're ready, come back up to standing. Alright, we'll try a few balancing sequences on a leg, maybe with some basic extensions. So raise your right foot and place it on the inside of your standing leg. You can raise your arms here. To test your mobility, you can try and hold your right leg straight across to the side. Coming back onto one leg. Raising your arms again. And onto the other side. Extending the left leg. Back into the single-legged position. And coming back to standing. So we've been limbering up a little here. Let's try some slightly harder stretches. Shift your feet roughly maybe twice your shoulder width apart. Bend forward, keeping your back straight, and see if you can plant your palms onto the floor. Breathe here. If you like, you can hold onto your ankles, and this will help you stretch a little deeper. Coming back onto your hands, place one underneath your chin and raise the other overhead. With the other palm, You can walk your palms ahead a little and arch forward. You can also shift your hips back when you do this. A nice stretch in your upper back. And hamstrings. From here, bring your feet back onto the mat in plank and lower into our first Chaturanga. And up into upward facing dog. You can lift your knees off the floor if you like, and take this opportunity to stretch and look behind you. Onto the other side. Into downward facing dog. Lower your knees and come into child's pose. Let's try a few seated twists. Sitting on top of your ankles, use your arm for leverage and twist to the right. And to the left. To deepen the same twist, you can place your right leg in a lunging position while seated, and keeping both sit bones on the floor, repeat the twist. Switch the position of your legs. then onto the other side. Extend your legs forward and sit up straight. Just this position is hard for very many of us. You may have to bend your knees a little to be able to sit comfortably here initially. And try not to force your back straight if it's not upright in the beginning. Fold forward, and you can grab your feet. Breathe into your lower back. Coming back to the first position, but raise your arms up and see if this helps you sit upright. We're going to come onto our back now. And from here, try a simple shoulder stand. From shoulder stand, we are going to go back to plow. However, if that is beyond your present flexibility, you can stay in shoulder stand. Into plow. You can join your palms if this makes it easier. Back into shoulder stand. And onto our backs again. Breathe here. Before we finish with our final twists, let's do a few basic crunches. Exhale on your way out. Now cross your right leg over your left and let your legs fall to that side as you look to your right. It's okay to let your right hip rise here. Come back to center. Switch the cross of your legs. Look to your left. And from here we will stretch out into Shavasana. You can rest here as long as you need to. Gently roll onto your side. Come back to seated. You can join your palms if you want.